आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello student, today's question is we need to draw the graph of fx is equal to e to the power sin x. For that we'll start with the graph of e to the power x. If you see the graph of e to the power x, that is basically this is the graph of y is equal to e to the power x. At x is equal to 1, at x is equal to 1, we'll get this point as 1 comma e. At x is equal to minus 1, this point will get minus 1 comma 1 by e, and x is equal to 0, we'll get this point as 0 comma 1. Now sin x, as we know, sin x belong to minus 1 to 1. Now in interval, by the graph of sin x, if you'll observe, so 0 to pi, 0 to pi by 2, see this is 0, pi by 2, minus pi by 2, and pi, 2 pi, and so on. So from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, the value of sin x is increasing from minus 1 to 1. So this graph will get. But from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, this is decreasing. So from this side, we'll get the graph. Okay. Now, so what we'll get? So to draw this graph, what I'll do? First of all, we needed point, minimum and maximum value. So we'll take a line. This line will give you this line. I'll take this value, whatever is required. Now, if you'll observe, this line I'll choose as y is equal to e line. This line, this blue one I'll choose as y is equal to 1 by e line. And somewhat in between, I'll choose y is equal to 1 line. Y is equal to 1 line. Now, if we'll see, if sin x is equal to 0, so we'll get 1. So this value will get, at this point, we'll get this value. Now, 0 to 1, if we'll see 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2, what we are getting? E to the power x is increasing to 0 to pi by 2, sin x is increasing 0 to 1. So this will going to be, this is, graph is going to be somewhat like this at point till pi by 2. This is the graph till here. Now, if we'll observe minus pi by 2. So from minus pi by 2 to 0, at minus pi by 2, what we'll get? Sine of minus pi by 2, it will give you e to the power minus 1. So we'll get 1 by e. So the graph is till here to here, we'll get this one. Now, if we'll see at pi, sine pi is 0. So this is again, we'll get here. Now, if we'll see 3 pi by 2, sine of 3 pi by 2 is equal to minus 1, again e at this point. Okay. Now, if we'll see at 2 pi, sine pi is 0. So we'll get 1. Okay. At 5 pi by 2, if we'll observe at 5 pi by 2, again, which is equal to sine pi by 2, which is equal to 1. So we'll get e. So in a similar manner, this graph is going to be moving. So this is the graph of e to the power sin x. Thank you.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट, IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।